And today in our studio, I'm joined by political observer Gaziz Abishev, who will discuss political outcomes of 2023 with in more details. Gaziz, thank you very much for sharing your time with us. So 2023 was very active from a political point of view. President Tokayev, for example, made 19 visits to the foreign countries, including 14 working visits. So we also had 19 visits of leaders of foreign countries to Kazakhstan. So what I'm asking is, what does it mean for our country and what does it say about Kazakhstan's foreign policy?
Well, it's quite an important thing that our president leads very active foreign policy, which means that Kazakhstan is very flexible and at the same time friendly with all power centers on a world arena, which can be beneficial for us right now.
Mm-hmm. If you look back to 2023 overall, so what are the main politically important initiatives was sounded by Kazakhstan locally and also on the international arena?
Well, I think that the main idea of Tokayev's foreign policy is a pragmatism. I mean that Tokayev is very flexible and active, and he tries to defend the pragmatic strategic interests of our country. For example, he has a very strong connection with Moscow, Beijing. At the same time, he has a very friendly relationship with Brussels, Paris, Berlin, Washington, and others. And also, he is a kind of a leader of CA5 group of Central Asia right now, because he is very famous and most experienced politician in the region. So we have also good connection with Gulf states, which means that they are ready to invest a lot of money into our region, which is also very nice, because it means that we don't have the only dependence with I mean, we don't depend only on Russia and China. We also have an alternative sources of investment. For us, it's a very important position.
What initiatives were important for the domestic, audience, for people of Kazakhstan, sounded by President?
Well, I mean that there is a very very nice duo of President Tokayev and Mirziyoyev, because I think that Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan is the main axis of Central Asia. They're friends, have a good relationship, and it means that this economic and political cooperation between Astana and Tashkent is stabilizing factor for the entire region. Mm-hmm. And also this issue of lack of water, which would haunt us in next decades. This issue should be resolved, pragmatically and rationally in a constructive way. And I'm sure that President Tokayev, leading some negotiations with President of Tajikistan, President of Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, he is able to lead our country to the good results for all countries of the region.
You also mentioned that Kazakhstan promotes principle of multilateral approach in its foreign policy. So what do you think will be the future developments in the vectors of Kazakhstan's diplomacy? Can we see some definite patterns right now? What we will be focusing on in our international cooperation?
No, we should understand that our rational foreign policy defined not by any particular leader or any particular official, but the situation around us. We're in a sort of geographical trap, just right in the middle of our continent, and we have a common many thousand kilometers border with China and Russia, which are very interesting international nuclear powers. And so that's our geography, and our international situation defines our international policy, and it says that it implies that we have to be very flexible, friendly, and we should have a good connection with all centers in the world.
This is a long-term, right, vision?
Yeah, long-term strategy, and you know that on international arena, Kazakhstan always have been the most strategic country in the world, in the region, because we have a very, very strategic thinking, because we need to survive.
To end up, to sum up our dialogue today, 2024, as many political observers, experts say, will be very turbulent from a political point of view. We will be witnessing elections of president in different parts of the world, also in the countries which are Kazakhstan's key partners. So, what to expect from all that global political processes for the country like Kazakhstan?
I don't think that those elections can affect the Kazakhstan's position on international arena, because we do understand that right now, as pollsters and political science experts says, that in Russia result is very predictable. And about the United States, for example, whether it's Mr. Biden, Mr. Trump, or Ms. Haley, it doesn't matter, because right now USA actually is not involved in our business right now. Mm-hmm. So if Republican become a president of United States, of course he would start a huge trade economic war with China, but I don't think it would affect us too much.
Mm-hmm. And in general, speaking in general, what's the role Kazakhstan will play on all that global processes?
I don't think that Kazakhstan should play any role. But I mean, the Kazakhstan is very pragmatic, rational, and peace-loving nation, and we should, still provide those principles on the international arena, like that we have a set of values, and we would support it in a friendly way on international arena.
Thank you very much, Gaziz, for your time, for your answers. We wish you all the best in the upcoming new year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.